every day.
Man,
How long you been in biz?
I've been in 16 years now.
16 years?
Yeah, 16.
Shut up,
Yeah.
man. That's a blessing. Full time, huh?
Full time, yeah.
So what
16.
business, what was your first one?
The barbering.
So your barbershop was first?
Yeah, the barbershop
Okay.
was first, and
And then-
detailing. I got into that 2023.
2000, oh, that's a few years ago,
Yeah,
3 years.
yeah,
Okay.
got into
So
that.
you was barbering for
Yeah.
what, 13 years before you,
Yeah, started doing that.
so you got a shop somewhere? Where's your shop?
Yeah, on Sunnyside and Menlo.
What's, and what was the name of it? What's the name
It's
of it?
Overflow Barbershop, but
Yeah.
everything I do, I had one shop on Bullard and Fowler, which is for the public. But other than that, it's all exclusive. Like you got to know somebody to get to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's appointment only?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
appointment only, yeah.
So you've been cutting hair since when, though?
Since
You started like
2000
high school or something?
2008.
Like how old were you?
2008. That's when I started.
Okay.
Basically, I lost a job, and after that, it was just like,
But were you cutting hair before you did stuff?
No.
No?
I didn't even think
You
about
never
cutting hair.
picked up razors before that?
no. It's just I lost a job, and it was either getting a CDL or being a barber. And now on the East Coast, barbering, they pay great money out there. So
that was the
either,
next-
yeah, it was either barber, CDL, or doing something warehouse wise. So I was just like, I'll pick the barbering and see where it went.
So what you said East Coast, what part of the East Coast you grew up?
New Jersey.
New Jersey?
Yeah, New Jersey. Yeah.
So when you came to Fresno when?
In 2010, but I lived out here a little bit in the 90s with my mom because my step pops was out here and she married him.
So were you born in New Jersey, then came here, then went back?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so I had like a couple years out here in the 90s, and then once my first wife, we separated. So then I came out here to try to
Just to kind of start again?
start again in like 2004, and then left again in 2006, just before I was a barber. And it was just like the opportunities out here wasn't great, so I was like, I'm going back home.
Much more, how much more than that?
Yeah, so I'll go back home. So
How is New Jersey? I heard it's some rough areas, some rough parts. Is it not much opportunity out there? I mean,
Oh, it's not but opportunity out there, but
There
they do
is,
have rough parts and you got good parts.
Okay.
But Jersey is a prosperous place.
It is.
But it's just if you get into certain parts, yeah.
Sure, depending on where you at.
Yeah. So you got parts that's similar to what they call the west side out here.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but other than that, like
So you went to high school there?
yeah, I went to high school
Everything,
there.
okay.
Then
So
I went to high school out here for my freshman and sophomore year.
You did?
And then that's when I left. I went to Roosevelt. And then I left in '97. So I went back to Jersey.
So you
it
did
was
freshman, sophomore here,
Yeah.
and then
Went back.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
then
was
junior,
back
senior
home.
year there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Wow,
so-
that's different.
Yeah. So it was just back and
What's the
forth.
difference between the people? Like the people and the culture are different places here. and
You
there.
see us everywhere. You don't see us here.
Gotcha.
So the
a lot
culture,
more Black
yeah,
African American. A
and
lot
the
more
culture
there.
is there and it's empowering. So here you can't.
And you're
find
seeing
somebody.
professional and successful.
Yeah. So
as
from
a-
commercials to when you walk into a store,
Really?
and everywhere.
Commercials? A lot of
Everything-
commercials, huh?
Every commercial is black.
What?
Yeah. You ain't gonna see like it's pretty much like
I'm gonna
the
have to look up.
Spanish.
What's it? New Jersey is where? Like where in New Jersey were you?
Like South Jersey, so you got Philly, Camden, Burlington, and all those different places. But like Philly and Jersey is like Clovis and Fresno.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the thing. The East Coast, you could be in a different state within the next,
5 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so all you gotta do is cross the bridge. The majority of my family is in Philly.
Okay.
So so it just
So that's a lot of man. And that's what I kind of say here, especially for youngsters and stuff, like you coming up, if you're like African American, you don't see too many that are really successful and doing really good things and, and owning businesses. And, unfortunately here, we don't see it as much, right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes as coming up in inner city, you could feel like, well, there's no other option you got but besides the streets. And the only people you see with money and that are successful are the guys on the streets and hanging out and the drug dealer. And then that's why you're like, well, and unfortunately they look up to them
Yeah.
because they don't see people that look professional like us
Yeah.
doing great things and being successful, but doing it in a positive way.
Yeah.
And so when there's a shortage of that, it's a shortage of hope for the kids. So,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
that's empowering. This, like you said, it's empowering. You saw, firsthand, like, oh man, I could do this, I could do that, I could be a doctor, I could be this.
Yeah, you can be anything out there, and they teach you Black history. Not
So
what they
the
teach you in
school-
school. They teach you what real history is.
Over there.
Yeah, over there. So they show you books of authors and people who created things, and just empowering. But out here, like they only teach you about the slave route.
Right.
Yeah.
And just recently, it kind of hit me that I had this conversation with my mom. I was like, what I've noticed, I didn't realize Jersey was the same way, but I noticed like if you grew up down south, like Texas, Georgia, Louisiana, like their school systems, like they learn so much about history, Black history, culture, and great, like they have more knowledge for some reason, typically about the true history and than we do over here on the West Coast. And obviously, I didn't realize it's the school systems for one.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not saying the school system, but it's a lot of communities and people that set up like programs to empower you.
More important.
Like the school is not going.
School not gonna give you nothing.
They gonna give you all that. So they have a lot of organizations in different communities that will come and empower you with different things, and then Islam, the fruit of Islam, under Farrakhan and all that stuff. Their influences out there, so they'll teach you about your health and what to eat and all different things for your skin and all that stuff. So everybody in their mom got, well, not like mom, but
Maybe
everybody
they mama.
everybody got beards. So
Hey, some moms do, bro.
You could be a Christian or whatever, but everybody got the beards.
Everybody
and they got
got
the
beard. I knew about Philly, like
the
Freeway
Islamic
Philly.
look. Yeah, so everybody got the Islamic look, but it's just different because their influences.
Right, it's the culture.
So
And-
they make sure that you are militant and take care of yourself and you're educated on who you are, so you can be empowered to conquer the world type stuff. But and get you to be business minded and investments and stuff like that.
And we don't have it so much here.
Nah,
Unfortunately, right? Here it's just gang member or a pimp or something, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, to where it's not much of a Black Power movement like gatherings here. Every now and then you might see a Muslim with a bean pie trying to sell you a bean pie in the street, or a Final Call newspaper. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be like one. I remember in the neighborhood I grew up, I remember every time I saw, it was always one dude. Hey, my bean pie, my brother, like, but he was always by himself.
They be in groups, but then you got hip hop, like that culture brings everybody in.
Right.
So all races, everybody deals with the hip hop and this Black influence. So
Sure.
So it just
that's worldwide though. That influence is strong. That hip hop
so
culture.
The hip hop culture is strong. So the whole vibe brings everybody together. So it's not now you got racism and stuff still there. You still got the Klan that will come through. Like
really?
You got
So you got the real clans.
Yeah,
okay,
you got like northern Burlington, and that is like nothing but like forests and stuff in that area. They still burning crosses and stuff.
They're still hanging and all that?
Not hanging.
Okay.
But they'll still have meetings and all that stuff in there. So it'll be like forests of trees and all that. And
you ever drove by and saw
Yeah.
a whole Klan meeting?
Well, you'll see them with the fire and all that stuff out there. Because you got to go that way to go to like Browns Mills or Fort Dix, where it's a military town.
That's
So if
crazy.
you're living out there, you got to go through those back streets and all that stuff to get there.
Really?
So it depends on a certain time of night.
Yeah.
You'll
Now,
see
how
it.
active are they there today? Like, are they still? Will they still lynch and kill a Black person if they see them? Like, if they see, or are they more just kind of trying to empower themselves and the white? You know what I'm saying? Like, or are they really
more empowering themselves? Because they more like secretive. You won't know who they are. So it's just they be having meetings type stuff. But I mean, I don't know if they still doing it today. I've been there. It's been 16 years since I've been there. But that is there.
Is there.
It's there.
And that's the difference. See,
Yeah, so
in California, I've never seen it, the Klan. You hear about places, but it's not so open, and and if they are supremacists, they're going to be they're going to be in suits.
Yeah.
They're going to be executive. They're going to be in certain positions to where you just don't know.
Yeah.
Until you know.
Yeah.
Until you know.
Yeah. We see them in like what we call the state troopers. Mm-hmm. They would be like the big, almost looking like hell angels type.
Wow.
Officers.
Really?
And when they come, everybody go in the house.
They look like that?
Like they don't have the tattoos and everything, but they just some big boys. Wow. And when they come in to shut things down. So nobody be outside, all the drug dealers, everybody be in the house. But
scaring the drug dealers in the house. That's wild.
They only can survive so many days because they know they gotta get the money. So after so many days, the drug boys come back out, and that's when they start running down on people, and things start happening. But it just be different.
That's crazy.
In certain parts it just be dirty, but like in parts where things is prosperous, you ain't gotta worry about nothing like that. But if you're in like Camden, Trenton, and Pennsauken, certain areas like that, then you're in trouble because they run the corners like a job. Like they got day shift, night shift, mid shift. They got different shifts, so they got to be out there to get the money. Because the people out there trying to get their stuff, so it's wild. Yeah, like Camden has it's the most highly rated poverty place, but just on one corner it can make over 14,000 in a week in just money. But the kids run the city. All the adults, they either on drugs or they locked up or they can't control the children.
That's terrible.
It's just young people just
running everything, running
just
wild.
Doing crazy stuff.
No guidance, just
doing crazy stuff. Yeah.
Man.
So then people get out of jail, try to take over certain things, and
then like it used to be. These young boys ain't listening to that.
Then they get taken.
The YNs, huh?
Pretty much.
They taking over.
They pretty much doing that, but I mean, when you live there, and after a while, you just adapt, so it becomes normal. But once you move away, and then you look back, and be like, oh, how did I?
The same thing I think of too today, right? Like where I grew up in my neighborhood back in the 80s and 90s, is like, it was wild. And I look back like, man, we were in the middle of a war zone, drug dealers and shootings every night. But it's weird. It's like when you're in it and living in it, you don't think nothing of it. It's like, it's normal. It's like, hear gunshots at night. It's almost weird when you don't hear something.
Yeah.
And, but then when you get away from it and out of it, and then you look back like, whoa, that was crazy. Like how we weren't, we were living in a terrible part. And I'm blessed to get through it and, and not get caught up in it either, so. Plus, my parents I was scared of my parents, so they made sure I wasn't about to be hanging out with everybody in my neighborhood at that time who ended up in the gang and drugs and all that. Yeah. They weren't really gangs, but they were hoods and sets, right? So. I could have.
I was out here in the '90s. It was all bad.
Oh yeah, it was wild. So why Fresno? Why'd you come back? You said all this opportunity there in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
I mean, opportunity to open your own business, and
I you would have had this support.
Okay, so how old were you when you came back for the last time?
I was 20. I was 30.
30. Okay. Okay. So you came back more adult, grown, and okay, let's figure this out.
Yeah. So I came back because of my wife.
Okay.
So my wife was just like was my sister's best friend.
Okay.
So she always kept in contact with the family, and I knew her family, and they were real close with my mom and my step-pops and all that stuff. So in 2004 when I came, we was dealing with each other, but it was just no opportunity for me, and I couldn't try to provide or nothing. So I was like this ain't gonna work. I gotta go. So in that process, we still kept in contact. So once I got a trade and took everything, and then came back to try to start it all over.
Okay.
And then been here ever since. But
So when you decided to be a barber, you lost your job. What were you doing? What job did you lose?
I was doing warehouse work.
Okay.
I was clamp driving for a warehouse, and
Okay.
and pretty much like I was doing my thing there and was growing, and it was like
The men's warehouse?
Nah.
Okay.
It was called
Real
it was called Cremo Land. So you just load up trucks, and they basically give all the dairy and stuff to all like the schools and prisons and different stores that sell all the dairy stuff.
Gotcha.
So it was just loading trucks, and like basically, I became that dude there, and I was like the only black dude that was starting to get money there.
Okay.
So it was mostly like Indians and Puerto Ricans, so and the whites, and so the blacks wasn't getting no money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they wasn't getting no money. So so when I came in and I started doing my thing, and it was because it was easy to me because we always did warehouse work. I started moving up, and I basically started becoming the number one instead of the number two. And then when that happened, my head got big, and then that's when Obama was president. And then my manager didn't like Obama, and I started running around. I was like, I'm Obama in this place because
Oh my goodness.
it's like you can't fire me. I'm in the union, and it's like it's
You
nothing
felt
you can
untouchable,
do.
huh?
Yeah. So I mean, it just my head was big. I was doing the most, and it was my birthday, and it was a Wednesday where basically you just come in for a couple hours and then you dip, and it was like the same thing for the last few years. And then that day he tells me to go clean the fridge.
Yeah.
So I go and clean the fridge, or I'll look and to see if the fridge needed to be cleaned. It was nothing needed to be cleaned. So after everything's done, you get to leave.
Yeah.
So I left and I came back, and they said that I came that Thursday, and they said I abandoned my job. So he was asking me, did I tell you to leave? I was like, no, but everything was done. Like I loaded up the trucks, everything was clean, and I left like I always do. He was like, but I didn't tell you to leave, so you're fired. But he didn't follow none of the union
the
steps
guidelines, yeah.
or anything. I was supposed to get write-ups. I was supposed to get I was supposed to have a representative, all that stuff.
All that.
So once that happened and they let me go, I filed the unemployment, and then they was procrastinating on it and trying to postpone it all the whole thing. And then through that process, I started losing things. And so when I started losing stuff, and then when I finally had the meeting, like within like 2 minutes, I got the unemployment because they couldn't prove nothing. All they could do was prove that I was a great worker. So, but from that day, that's when I was just like, I will never work for somebody again.
That's what put it in your head, huh? Yeah.
I won't let nobody control what I can do for my family. Because in that process of losing stuff, like, I had no control of nothing. Right. So
that was a blessing in disguise, you know.
So,
a lot of times we don't realize it in the moment, but it was a reason for that.
Yeah, so I'm glad it happened because it changed, because I was looking for a different opportunity, because I felt like like a robot, like just doing the same stuff every day, and then only having like a half a day off because you're so tired, you sleep half of the day on your day off, and then next thing you know, you gotta get ready for work again. So it was just
no fulfillment. Probably just felt like he was just going through the motions after a while.
Yeah, it just felt like a robot. I didn't know what to do, so it pushed me into a different life. But I never thought I was gonna be a barber though.
Right. So the next day you just start cutting hair. You was like, hey, you know what? You got a buddy? Like, hey man, let me try something. Let me try to see what I could do. Like, how did you even?
I just.
Did you cut your own hair before?
Nah, I never touched no clippers and wasn't trying to. But I mean, my barber out there, he was cutting me since I was a kid. So I told him I was going, I wanted to be a barber, and he was just like, you just gotta go to school, and he will show me some things. And so I went to a school called Empire out there. So when I started going, I mean, that's when they started showing you things, but it's just in the beginning, it didn't click. I couldn't. Everybody else was just getting it, and I didn't. So they used to always make fun of me. They were just like, Chris, I don't think this is for you. And they used to sing a little part from a Biggie song saying I should work for UPS. Because I just couldn't. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know how to blend, and they were trying to show me, but it just
Just
I
didn't
couldn't
connect yet.
comprehend it.
Yeah, it didn't click
So so it took like so once I finished there, and I started working at the shop where my barber was. He would train me, but it would be the same thing. Like it just didn't.
You
click.
messing people's heads up
I was
and
messing
just tearing it up.
Yeah, I was messing it, but it's so many people, and then the money they paying, I was still making good money, but I was cutting like only 20 heads for the week. Out here, I could cut 20 heads in a day.
Wow.
But
to fast forward today, you could do 20 heads. Wow.
I could do 20 heads, but I mean, I don't try to do that no more.
Right,
but
right.
in the process, of trying to just grind in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because when I first came out here, it was only $10 a haircut. Out there, they was already like 60 to 80 bucks, and if you set an appointment, it was even more.
Yeah.
So it was already high. So I was making a great living out there, just cutting 20 heads. I would have been straight.
Yeah.
But I could have cut more. But it's more like out there is more like if you're going to a barber battle type thing. Like you got measurements. They using chalk. They doing all
they
types
serious.
of
They serious about the barbers
so
like
that's
that.
why they charge so much. Out here, they ain't doing none of that.
Right. It's just.
I mean, they starting to get to that, but they ain't doing none of what they was doing out there. But it was only $10, so I had to put the work in to try to get enough money to pay for things because it was just all bad. Then you got $5 lineups.
So how did you even get? So when you came here, how did you even get business?
I ended up working at once I got here. I ended up looking for a shop in Clovis to go work at, but there was no black shops.
Okay.
So I ended up going to Ashland and Clovis Avenue, and there was a shop named Rudy's. So when I pulled up, like the windows was kind of tinted.
Yeah.
So the barber looked at like he was black. So I was like, oh, this is a black shop. So I walk in. And
Mirage.
he was Mexican. So I was like, So he was cutting somebody, and I was the only one that walked in, so I couldn't leave. So it was just like I sat down, and he started cutting my hair, and we started talking. And I told him he was like, so what you do? I was like, oh, I'm a barber. And he was like, oh, because he was looking for a black barber because there was nothing but Spanish people there.
Oh.
So he gave me the opportunity. And then when he gave me the opportunity, because he wanted to draw more black people to come to the shop because it was all Spanish people. So I started working there, but the Mexicans wouldn't come to me. So
They're like, his chair's open.
Yeah,
Rudy gonna probably be, it's 5 hours away from me, but he's free.
Yeah.
No, I'll wait. I'll wait.
Yeah. So it was just like
That's crazy.
It was all different groups that basically had experiences and didn't mess with like black people.
So there weren't any blacks coming into the shop either.
No, it was none.
So your chair, were you just sitting in your own chair then, watching TV?
I would sit there and I'll watch it. I watch the other barbers do their thing, and was happy because I sucked. So it was kind of like, and I was scary. So it was just like, man,
because you weren't even used to cutting that type of hair. It's a different type of hair,
because
right?
in Jersey you cut Puerto Ricans and blacks, and everybody get the same haircut. So it's like simple. Like if you know what you're doing, but out here at that time was getting fro-awks and all these high and tight fades and different things, and I ain't really know how to do all that. So I had no problems. So I just was watching, and so it would just be like times I do cut and only make like $10, and then there'd be times he'll give me some money because I wasn't making nothing. And then my wife used to be like, yo, you need to get a job. You need to do something. So I tried to look for a job. I tried to back away. I was like, I got to do something. And then I also tried to get on some type of welfare or something. And I went over there, and man, it was just so many hood people. And people, it was just like a bunch of drama over there. I don't want to get into the story, but it was just like, after I seen that, I was just like, nah, this ain't gonna work. So I called. It's
wild out there at the welfare office.
So I called the dude. He didn't know I left, and I hit him, and I was like, man, can I come back? And he was like, I didn't even know you left. And I was like, all right, I'll be there tomorrow. So I came back.
He didn't even know you left.
And I was still messing people's heads up. So
were you ever get anybody mad at you, like yell at you or want to fight you because you messed their hair up?
Yeah, I had one guy. He was pretty much a racist.
Okay.
He was a white dude, and he told me he was like he wanted a 2 on the sides and just like a 4 on top. So I was like, that's what you want, because usually people will say what they want, but usually don't know really what they were talking about. So I was like, he was like, yeah, that's what I want. And he said a little slick. I was like, all right. So I did it. And then when I did it, showed him the mirror, and he was like, this is not what I was expecting. And then he started running his mouth.
Ooh.
And then in that, like, I mean, you probably get into it and you be ready to go in, but then the owner seen that I was about to do something.
You're about to put hands and feet on.
And then he stepped in, and then when he stepped in, he took over the haircut, and then the guy was like, "Well, can you put a swastika in my head?"
What? He said that?
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
yeah. So that was the first encounter, but I mean, I had like people that come in that asked him if they wanted the haircut, and he was like, nah. And then they will sit in the owner's chair, and the owner was like, why you didn't sit in this chair? He was like, I don't like black people.
What? You've had that?
Yeah. So
really, a few times. How many times would you say on average, like about?
Here I had that. I had it twice, but then when things started to roll, when I started to learn and get it, the ones that didn't like me before started sitting in my chair. But then they would just tell me, like, Chris, respect how you cut and this, that, and the third, but just don't come to Sanger or something. Because if you do, then whatever they tell me, I got to do. So they'll just tell me, they'll just warn me. But they'll get the haircut. So
what do you mean, whatever they tell you got to do?
Like, because they in gangs, so they don't deal with black people. So if you in Sanger and they say to do something because you black and you out there.
I didn't know Sanger was that gangster.
Yeah, so
interesting.
So they'll do that. So
that's never. Wow, really?
So, yeah. So I started cutting because don't get me wrong.
What year are we talking?
This was like 2010.
2010.
Yeah, my first year out here, and I was only there for so many months before I ended up doing my own thing.
Yeah.
So, but it felt like I was there for years.
Right.
But it was only like so many months that I was there, because it was just
a lot going on in those few months.
Yeah, because I mean, as I think back, it was just like kind of crazy. Like I thought I was there for crazy years, but it was only so many months, and then because once it clicked, that's when everything just started just.
So what happened? How did you get out of there? What happened?
Well, basically, me being there every single day. Once everything started to click and I started to cut, like the owner started leaving, the barbers was out partying, they was doing all those things.
So you got it.
And I was just there, and that was because I was focused on the money. Because I mean, it's only $10, so I got to try to cut as many people as possible to make some money, so I could take care of everything. So people started thinking it was my shop, and I was like, nah, I ain't Rudy, I ain't Rudy, and it got to a place where pretty much nobody will go to none of the other barbers but me.
Wow.
So people will come in, sit in
So
their
you're
chair.
getting Rudy's customers, the ones that used to go to him.
Because he was pushing them to me because he was out doing his thing, because he was running other businesses.
And you were cutting as good as him.
Yeah, because he pretty much, like the barber in Jersey, Steve, he taught me a lot. And Rudy taught me everything else. And then whatever I learned off of experience in YouTube and stuff like that. But he taught me how to cut Spanish hair, and it was over from there.
One thing
so I was able to cut like him, and then mix my East Coast and West Coast style together and create my own thing.
You became a monster, beast at it,
so
man.
I was able to do my thing. So my thing is, I cut you off of the way you look. So if you black, I'm gonna cut you like you black. If you Mexican, I'm gonna cut you like you Mexican. But other people will cut you, if you Mexican, they'll cut you like you black. Or maybe if you Mexican, if you black, they'll cut you like you Mexican or whatever. So you could tell who's your barber by the way they gave you your haircut.
Interesting.
So to the point, like pretty much like 95% of my clients is Mexican.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what's the name of the shop again?
It's Overflow Barbershop.
Overflow Barbershop. Where are you located at?
On Sunnyside and Menlo.
Sunnyside, you did say that.
Yeah.
And so you said you do, is it a public or is it private? You got one that's private.
Well, this one is private.
Private.
But in December.
Appointment only.
Yeah, appointment only. December, I'm going to be moving to a public location to where I'm going to have more barbers,
Okay,
and
congrats.
for everybody to get into it. But
And staff. Okay, so right now it's just you're a one man. You've been a one man show pretty much.
Yeah, just right now,
Okay,
just one
good for-
man,
yeah,
because I'm just still building the other businesses. So I gotta, because the barbershop I have is connected to my warehouse. So that's where the detailing and
And
stuff.
also, we're gonna get into that too. So you got. So I didn't realize the barbershop and the detailing place is the same location.
Yeah, same location. Wow. Yeah.
Vision View Detailing, huh?
Yeah, Vision View Detailing. So yeah, so we
So
do.
how did you get into that?
Well, a guy I cut worked at Clausen, and basically he did the used cars part. So he was a manager, and basically they were looking for different vendors to detail the vehicles. So it was like every vendor that he was dealing with was basically not doing what they were supposed to, and he was also trying to get more like brothers into it because in that area and out here is because he's from Texas.
Okay.
So he's used to black influence and all that stuff. So he was trying to get more brothers and people of us in there, and every person he was trying to get in failed it. And then I learned through the process of life that it was a lot of opportunities I could have took, but I didn't because I was scary. So
a lot of it we hold ourselves back too.
Yeah, so I was holding myself.
Right, and then a lot of times we don't get a certain position or get that promotion or whatever we're going for, is because we're already going it with the preconceived idea in our mind that we maybe not good enough or we're not going to get it. So if you go into something already with doubt, it's going to most likely end up not in your favor because your mindset is already set that way. But if you come into it positive minded, confident, knowing it's yours, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get that what you're looking for. So it's a lot of mindset.
Yeah. And quick question: is we already started?
Oh man, we've been rolling.
I know. Yeah, we're talking.
This is it. We're talking. We're talking.
All right.
That's what this whole podcast is, a talk. A good long talk.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's pretty much. But so I took the opportunity, and basically I had to take classes to learn how to detail because again it was something that I never got into. My dad used to be a detailer in Jersey, and he used to work for Ford and Lincoln and all that stuff. So so it was already, I guess, in the DNA, but I just never thought about doing it.
Sure.
So I ended up learning from different people like Auto Envy and Curbside Detail, and then
now is that something while you were cutting hair in the back of your mind you thought about one day doing it, like detailing, or is it just the guy from Clausen just kind of put it in your mind and then from there you were like, well, maybe.
I mean, he just put it in my mind, but if the way when he brought the opportunity, I thought about it, and I didn't really see nothing at that point, but it was just like, since it was an opportunity, I was just like, I ain't gonna let this pass.
Right.
So
let me just get it right. So he was trying to bring you to his company to work with him, or just
not? I mean,
what was the?
I basically jumped in and just like, look, if they ain't gonna do it, like, I'll do it.
Oh,
so
I see.
Like, if you give me a chance, I'll try to make it happen.
You'll figure this out.
I'll figure it out. So
you saw opportunity.
Yeah. So I didn't want to let it pass since I let so many things pass. Like shoot, I let Bitcoin pass when it was only like $250, and everybody was telling like invest. I was like, nah, I'm gonna pay this rent. I ain't investing in that.
And mid 2000s, like man,
and it wasn't until the coronavirus is when people started messing with it. But I missed that opportunity. It's just a whole bunch of different things that I could have jumped on, but out of fear, I didn't. So I was just like, this one thing that came, I was like, I ain't gonna let this pass. So I'm just gonna do it. So after I started, when I jumped in, and that's when the vision started building. So because at first I was trying to bring everybody on to trying to connect with me because I didn't want to do it by myself because I knew a couple other detailers. So I was just like, well, if you jump in with me and the thing go, I'll let you take it,
Wow.
I just want to be there to start it,
Sure.
get it going, like, and I'll sign off.
And you continue just cutting hair,
Yeah,
like doing
I'll
your
just
thing,
cut hair
and just
because
have this on the
I'm a
business
barber.
side.
Like,
Right.
so that's all I was planning to do, is just jump in, get it going with the other people I know that's
Right.
detailers.
Let them go run with it.
And run with it, because I ain't want to touch no cars. But I did want to know, because when I did walkthroughs and then they was talking about buffering and talking about all these things about detailing, I didn't know nothing. So it was just like I was just lost when they was talking, because I had other detailers with me when we was doing it, so they can see the process of how Clausen does the vehicles.
Right.
So when I seen that, I was just like, man, let me do some research, let me do some studying, and let me get in these classes and all this stuff. And that's when I started learning. And then once I started learning, I started to build. And then that's when God started giving me more vision on what I can do with the barbering and the detailing. Because when people come get their haircuts, they get their car clean at the same time. Yeah.
That's the business model, brother?
That's the business model. So you get your
That's
car clean. So
gold.
when you're done, you got to.
So you saying if I come get a haircut, see, I'm fresh.
Yeah.
I'm already fresh right now. No, I'm just kidding. If I ever get hair again and I need a haircut, I can come to you, get a haircut, and
your car done. Yeah.
Is it all one price? Is it separate? How does that work?
It's all one price.
Okay.
But for right now, once I get into a bigger location,
sure,
it will be you'll be paying.
So am I paying for the haircut and the complimentary car wash, or car detail, or is it this price you get a haircut and a detail? Like, is it, you know what I mean? Like, is it a higher, or is it just included?
Right now, it's included. So
Included.
if you want a haircut and your car clean, like, you will pay me together. But once I get into the next place, it will be like separate, because then you will basically be online telling them, setting the appointment on what you want to get done, and then you can take care of it from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
So
Getting your haircut
separate.
and your car is getting detailed at the
Yeah,
same
your
time.
car's getting-
So you fresher than fresh when you leave them. You leave in the barbershop clean, hair fresh, car nice.
Car nice and all that. So
You can go straight to to hang out, an event or whatever you're gonna go after that. I love it.
So that's the focus, and so with that, I try. My thing is I try to open up more and more opportunities, so I can give opportunities to the youth, so they can do more things. So whatever is connected to the vision, I will open it up and make it happen. But it's
to hire the youth to help out with the detailing and all that, and just jobs and opportunities within that.
Yeah, instead
I love
of
that,
running and getting things from the streets that ain't worth it.
Right.
I mean, people.
How'd you come up with the name Vision View?
Shoot, I would say at this point, God, because other than that, because I'm all about vision. I'm all about purpose and heading into a direction. And if you don't have it, I mean, where the scripture says where there's no vision, the people perish. So so you gotta have vision, you gotta have a direction, you gotta have identity, and you gotta know where you're going. Because if not, you're just wandering, you're just freestyling life.
That's it.
So you just gotta run with it. But like, just dealing with this business ever since I've been in it, with the detailing side, has just been, you could say, chaotic. So it didn't finally dawn on me that's how it's set up, because that's how I came up with, God would start showing me, like, pretty much like turning chaos into something beautiful, and utilizing what you have. So it's just like, when the cars come from the dealerships, like, they just be looking like they came from the junkyard. Like, they just be giving you like some trashy cars, like, and then you gotta bring it back to life, but then you gotta utilize everything we have in the shop to make it happen, because there's certain things that you have to that it's not going to work on the regular way. So you got to experiment, try different things to make it look the way it's supposed to look, or try to get it back to a place to where it almost looks like that. So it's like a lot of things you gotta strategize in and learn. Like, you gotta do some research. You gotta do some things, because certain things they didn't show you in class.
That's
so
with everything,
You just gotta come up with some stuff and experiment, and in that just gives you the experience and wisdom in it.
Right.
Like, I ain't been in detailing for a long time, but with the experience that I have, because doing like 50 plus cars for Clausen and then other dealerships, like, you getting so many cars, like, you bypassing people that got 10+ years experience.
Right.
They only doing so many cars, but
you're doing a lot of volume in this shorter time, and you're getting that experience, and you're going through the trenches. But through that, you also got to remember, like, every opportunity is to learn something and to grow from. And so now you're just being, you're going to end up being more successful because you're getting a lot of information and experience right quick, right? Like you said, and then. So it's just going to make you a better overall business person, better at what you do in general.
Yeah.
You can see what works, what don't work.
Yeah.
So when these same situations come back around, you know how to deal with it or this and that because you've been through it already. Like, So it's a blessing to get to have a lot of hardships early on in your business career because again, it's going to build you up for later on.
Yeah.
Now, once you get all those experiences, you got 20, 30 plus years to pretty much
do it.
You got it because you dealt with it so much already.
Yeah, because everybody looks at like a problem, like a problem.
Like a problem, right.
I look at it as a stepping stool, and it's only revealing to you who you are and what you got to do.
That's gold.
So when the problem comes, I just got to analyze it to see what I need to do because it's a reflection of me. So I just...
It's an opportunity to learn and grow.
Right. So I just take advantage of it and keep pushing.
That's a great way to... What gave you that mindset? Because most people don't have that. And that's why most people don't last in business too. Because if you don't have that mindset, it's easy to get discouraged and just like, you know what, this is not for me. It's too much going on. I quit, it's tough.
Yeah. I do a lot of studying scripture and stuff like that.
Okay, you study the scripture. I love it.
I try to analyze everything. So whatever comes my way, I try to analyze it. Especially, I'm all about self-development. So pretty much, as I started learning and failing and going through the same cycle over and over again, I started to figure out like what it is so I could nip it in the bud. And I just started seeing like people I hire is a reflection of me. So I started hiring people and they was all prideful. I had to drop my pride. Then the people I started hiring changed. Then people was trying to do things their own way. Then a reflection of me. I had to submit to myself to God. So once I submitted and started following his direction, then the people changed. So as I grow, my people grow, and the people I'm choosing is different. So everybody I'm in contact with is just a reflection.
Wow.
So that's how I look at everything that goes on, that is there to teach me something instead of trying to destroy me. So I don't look at nothing as trying to destroy me. It's everything is trying to build me.
Man.
So that's how I just look at it, and I just apply the scriptures to it, and then just moving faith on it. So
brother.
Yeah. So
once we know who's in control of everything, I yield everything to God, like my business, everything, every area of my life, but like business, like he runs it. I just work in it. I'm just, I'm the steward of the business, right? So you always gotta. Where did you get that? Like how long ago you been operating like that, like in a spiritual way?
Since the beginning.